NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 21. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Ready, ready.
They're going to try and throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They run right side with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They had some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this is an awfully tough one to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. As they got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Down. Striker. 3-3. Ready?
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. A give right side now to Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the root of the roost here in this 1st half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him in this 1st half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And down he goes. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much.
You go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
To throw now on first down. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And Fan. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Up the middle they run, it's Walker. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And with just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's what we turned it around and said, guys, can you get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From a yard out.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A tackle by D'Angelo Malone. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball will go late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They'll drop the throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people don't question the play call. In that situation,
sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Hunt. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Falcons. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Koo for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there to defend. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of a run.
And that was a bouncer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. He kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Broadway Diggs.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie-ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A carry here for Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Ready, set.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Now it's Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They get it to him running left. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
it.